I just got the result. I have mast cell activation syndrome. It is 9:17 p.m. on March 12th. And I didn't even say, hey, it's RJ. So looking at this message I got from my doctor closer, it says mast cell activation syndrome / systemic mast cell disease, which means systemic mastocytosis, which is a more significant thing, even, arguably. That's extra stressful. And I don't know if this means that you have both, or I have both, or that you might have one or the other and don't know which. But yeah, it says confirms mast cell activation syndrome / systemic mast cell disease. So, this is from the urine sample and blood work. So I'll find out more for sure with my endoscopy tissue samples. But yeah, I have at least one. So that's fantastic. So I was confused after I got the message from my doctor. I thought it said that I might have mastocytosis, which I thought was like ruled out, so I was freaking a little bit. But it turns out I misunderstood her. The terminology, or like the naming of the different mast cell diseases, is really non-standard right now because mast cell activation syndrome was just put in like the CDC this year. So I guess I was confused, and then when I tried to look it up, nothing helped. So, that's good at least. I only have one terrible mast cell related illness to worry about that I know of. But yeah, and I'll find out more information when I get my endoscopy results back, which I don't know when that's going to be happening. After finding out this new super fun diagnosis of mast cell activation syndrome, I went to my friend's house for the night because I was freaking out a little bit and I didn't want to pass out or anything and like die alone. So that was good. It was nice to see them. And now I'm at my parents' house for essentially the same reasons. But when I was at my friend's house, it was night and I went to the bathroom. So it was dark in the house and then light in the bathroom. And then when I turned the light off for the bathroom, my vision just like went nuts. Just like the whole kind of lower U sort of section of my vision was just bright white strobing, and so I just like couldn't see anything, and I got really like dizzy, and I kind of staggered back to the room I was staying in, but it went away after like 45 seconds or something, but it was disconcerting, and then I was having more involuntary eye movement problems, and I was like winking, like, and it wouldn't stop, and I didn't like that at all. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's happened. Haven't done anything other than be stressed about it. Medication. I played with my brother quite a bit, the last couple of days because he's on spring break. So that's really nice to get to hang out with him. I have some new over-the-counter medicines that I need to take twice a day to try to, as a starting point for trying to deal with all my mast cell problems. And I'm really overwhelmed because I'm probably reacting to like all my medications, and it's just, oh gosh, it's just a whole mess. And I keep getting hives, like from nothing. And I don't know why. And I'm having even more problems with just like whole large swaths of my body going numb at seemingly random times. Just like any pressure on any body part, or like the effects of gravity if a body part like hangs just for a little bit. I'm talking like 30 seconds to a minute. It starts going numb and hurting. It's like a weird combination of aching and numb, and it's just unpleasant. And I'm worried that I'm having some kind of major neurological thing that I don't know about yet, that's somehow a complication from EDS. I don't know if these are just like hardcore POTS symptoms, which I haven't been diagnosed yet because we're having problems with our insurance paying for the test I need to get diagnosed for it. Or if I, like, one of the times that I dislocated something in my back, it started pressing on my spinal cord or something. I don't know. I just don't like it. So hopefully all of this goes away soon. Hi. I took a shower and I didn't pass out. And I bought a pizza. And hopefully I don't have an allergy attack. An allergy attack. An allergy attack. Also, look, I got a new poster. It's funny, my mom got it for me for Christmas and then forgot to give it to me. I went to the concert. It was, God, 5 years ago now? It was a good concert, though. See, yum, yum, yum. So I just heard from my doctor, and she suggested a couple of new medicines to try. So I'm going to do that in the next couple of days, I guess. And then tomorrow, I have hand therapy, which I've been waiting for this appointment for 4 weeks. I'm getting at least some of my silver ring splints, which will hopefully make my hands work again. So there'll be a big update all about that in the next few days. So that is super fun. And I'm so hopeful. I know that it won't be enough to make them totally work because they're just for my fingers and my thumb, which are like super messed up. But all of my fingers hyperextend in my knuckle joints. And so that won't be addressed, and that makes my hands super unstable. Particularly, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's just, you can't use that when your finger does that all the time. So, hopefully we can talk about other types of rings to maybe fix that. Oh man, today I was standing and talking to my parents, and so I was standing for probably about 10 minutes. And then I was like, guys, I've got to sit down, look at my legs and feet. And just from my knee down, it's just all purple. Because I just am having all kinds of, I don't know, circulation stuff. And my body is just going numb every other minute, I swear. My doctor thinks it's all mast cell stuff, but I don't know. I'm starting to get pretty concerned that there's something else that isn't on my radar that's causing these neurological things because of the different problems I'm having with my eyes and stuff. Starting to get a little freaked. It's Wednesday already. I worry there won't be that much stuff in this vlog because I've just been too sick to talk. Good morning. I woke up in a legitimately decent mood this morning, which pretty much never happens. So that was interesting, but I barely slept. So who knows? In a couple hours, I'm gonna go to hand therapy and hopefully get my rings. Yay! So that didn't last that long. So, check out my extremely braced hand. And guess what? This is only half the braces that are going to be on this hand. What? And this is my other hand. Oh, sorry, I'm covering it. So not all of them fit. Well, most of them didn't fit. So I'm going to get ones back that do fit in like 3 weeks or whatever, 4 weeks. And that is what they look like. So I will film something in the next couple of days to show you more about how my fingers are messed up and then how this helps. But so these two are the only ones that are, this finger is the only one that's done. And see, I attached a little rubber band guy to it. And so then that keeps it, because this one, the top ones, it's hard to do this with one hand. Hold on. I'm getting propped up between the knees. This, it can fall off, and then that way you don't lose it. And also, it, keeps them organized. So what I'm going to have it so that when I look at it myself, which is like this, it'll be like a rainbow. So that way I can keep them which hand or which ring goes for which finger on which hand. And plus extra gay. So that's always a benefit. So tomorrow I have an appointment with my psychiatrist at 8 in the morning, which will be extremely pleasant, I'm sure. And so she wants me to start different stuff, but I'm prioritizing the stuff my other doctors want me to start, medicines. And one of them for my mast cell disease is an antidepressant, so I'm going to ask my psychiatrist about side effects and stuff before I take it for the first time, probably tomorrow. And then I know I've mentioned that my pain doctor wants me to take Lyrica, and I've been putting it off because the whole eye thing that happened with my last medicine. So, yeah. These feel really weird. It's gonna take a long time to get used to it, I think. So it's kind of nice that I just have these ones to get started getting used to. Oh, so, let me show you about how my fingers work. So, normally, my fingers hyperextend at this joint. Oh, this one doesn't so much here. Let me find a better finger. A better finger. Okay, this will be my example finger. Okay, so normally, my fingers hyperextend at this joint, and this joint. So with the ring, see here, if I only put one on, it hyperextends at this joint still, but this joint doesn't, and then obviously this bottom joint. And if I put this on, then it doesn't hyperextend at all. So that's super great. Unfortunately, it puts all the pressure of pressing stuff onto this joint, which then collapses. So I'm going to call the people that actually make these splints and ask them what to do, because I know they sell a splint for that, but my hand therapist doesn't freaking know what EDS is, and is going to need some assistance from me in order for me to get what I need. And so this thumb one is so I can't hyperextend it. Here, let me show you on my other thumb. It can do this. It likes to get stuck like this in particular. So now this makes it so that I cannot do that. And this part, since I have a very hyperextendy prone thumb, it also blocks on this part. Unfortunately, even with the chain extremely tight, it likes to slip around this way, and then I can still hyperextend it. So that's the other thing the company is getting called about. But overall, they seem to be helpful. except since I don't have all the things that need to get braced, it seems like it's just moving the problem to other places, because I have a very hard time controlling when these joints collapse, especially this joint. It just goes out all the time. I mean, look at that. That is like a 90-degree freaking angle. That is not how fingers should go. And then also, because of my mast cell activation syndrome, I get hives and I get swelling in my hands all the time. Like, the other day I touched my dad's hand after he ate an orange and then washed his hands 2 times. I got a reaction and my hand swelled all up. Unfortunately, that is a huge problem for my rings. So I have to quick panic take all my rings off in order to avoid getting stuck in them. So that's super fun. My appointment with my doctor, my psychiatrist this morning, went really well. And she's going to help so much figuring out what medicines I'm allergic to. She's really stepping up to the plate, and I'm like so thankful for that. I just really appreciate that. And we're gonna see if I can go on some of my medications liquid, which sounds disgusting and terrible, but I'm sure I'll deal, in order to try to remove some of the fillers and dyes that I'm allergic to, that's maybe making it so none of my medications work. So we'll see how that goes. She sent in a bunch of emails to other doctors to ask their opinions on different things, to sort stuff out for me. But then unfortunately she's going to be out of the office all next week. So that's really putting a stall on the progress. But hopefully I find out more soon. Because this drug that I need to start taking, like ASAP, for my mast cell disease, doxepin, which is a tricyclic antidepressant, for first and foremost, but no one uses it for that anymore because there's better drugs or more recent drugs. I'm hesitant to start because of the whole, I'll just be allergic to that one yet, and I haven't found a compounding pharmacy or anything that can make my medications. It's just all so overwhelming. I don't know. Also, these rings seem to be increasing. I mean, I'm doing this on purpose right now, but seem to be increasing that my hand spasm kind of problems, or maybe it just makes it more noticeable because I lose control of my hands and they start clicking like that. But I've found out that apparently my flashing lights and other eye problems are supposedly mast cell related, which is frightening. I mean, that's good, but I don't know if I believe it. I don't know. It's overwhelming. And I'm just like reacting to all kinds of food. So sometimes I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna eat a pizza, and then get sick. And then some days I'm like, I'm gonna be really careful and eat just a bit of yogurt, and then I get really sick. Don't know what the hell is up with that accent. I apologize. So my parents' old bed, which is a queen size, is now in my bedroom at my parents' house. So it takes up most of the room, but that's okay. That's where it's gonna be for now. That is where I am filming from. Anyway, I just walked downstairs and my family had made some dinner, and I have started to get hives. You can't really see on camera at all. But, because I walked downstairs and then smelled things. I smelled food I'm not allergic to. And I guess I'm allergic to smells. Yeah. Probably nothing else is going to happen today. in that case, you should like and subscribe. And thank you for watching my extremely interesting vlog. Sorry not much really happened this week other than just like, oh, I was sick. But yes, I will see you all next Sunday.